All right, so I want to talk about an article here about a barbershop fined $750 for refusing to cut women's hair. So barbershops. I've never really been to a barbershop before, but I mean I've heard there. I think I have like once or twice, but when I was younger. But they're places usually where I guess men go to hang out and just chill and do whatever men want to do. And so now there's a war on that. It's bad, to gather together as men and talk or drink beer or whatever, men want to do. That's being called racist or sexist now. Now they're being fined. No, that's not something that should be fined. That is unconstitutional. As a business owner, you should be able to serve whoever you want. And as a barbershop, they want to serve men. They want to have an all-men environment where, men get together and talk. Because if men are in a group, 5 or 10 people, men talking, and one woman comes in, then it becomes a very different environment. I mean, there's an all-women business, too, called Curves, the gym. I mean, it's just how the world works. We have men sometimes, want to get away from their wives. Not because they hate them, they just want to, hang out with guys and talk about guy shit or whatever the fuck they want to talk about. So now it's being called bad. Anything where we interact with each other, especially because it's a male issue. Oh, that's bad. That's that's sexist. So it's depressing to see this happen here. This barbershop owner who got fined for this ridiculous thing, and this is the essence of big government at work here. And as we see all these crimes by big corporations and big business and the government, infringing on people's rights, they go after a fucking barbershop owner who doesn't cut a woman's hair, and this is also part of the war on small business too, these petty regulations and all. There's so many of them on small businesses that make it, impossible for small businesses to grow and get bigger almost. I mean, it's just, ridiculous how much of the government, how big our government is. It's just so fucking big. So much debt. So many fucking unnecessary agencies. So, it made me sick to see, this guy. I saw an interview with him. He's a nice guy. Looks like a nice fucking shop he's got there, Just want to get together, with a few guys, drink beers, cut your hair in 10 minutes, get out, read Playboy, talk about men, what men want to talk about, and do whatever, just hang out. But no, there's a war on that. That's bad. So it's really a shame to see that happening. And again, they got women places for that too, like Curves, the gym, where just women, that's how like everybody, likes to hang out with their male friend, their same-sex friends, just for a little bit. Not all the time. That's not saying that their wife or husband, it's not because they hate, the other sex. It's just, they want to hang out with their friends, so this is just ridiculous here. More of the police state, more of the big government bullshit. Businesses should be, I believe the free market, capitalism, where businesses, should be able to serve whoever they want, should be able to make their own choices. And, there's some businesses that, all male businesses, all female businesses, it works. But let's say we have a restaurant and they say, oh, we're only going to serve, like a fucking typical restaurant out there, like a Red Lobster. They're like, oh, now we're only going to serve men. And a lot of people will say, that's racist, that's sexist, fine them, shut them down. Well, I disagree. I think we should let the free market deal with that instead of having big government deal with that. Corruption should be illegal within the government, but if there's corruption inside the private sector, then the private sector can deal with it itself. So if you have Red Lobster being sexist, then people are gonna, you know, first off, they're gonna lose half their business because females aren't gonna go there, because you know, but then, you know, a lot of people are also gonna reject it from, you know, a lot of males would also reject it because it's sexist as well. So that's how the free market works, you know. So there you go, people. There's kind of my thoughts on that, my thoughts on this ridiculous fining of the barbershop owner for refusing to serve a woman. So there you go, people.